Hi, welcome in English to Livshistorier. We say always welcome to Livshistorier. That's the name of the program in Swedish. But this mini-series is in English because we have our friend and our brother, David Nazareth, that's not his real name, that he's telling about his life story, how he found Jesus from a little boy in Afghanistan to a teenager around 20 years old. Really want to fight for Allah, want to go to Syria to guarantee heaven. The only way to guarantee heaven in his understanding of Islam was to die in shahada and kill himself and kill others so he can guarantee heaven. Not because he wants to have women or huriyas or wine, but he wants to escape hell. That was his strongest motivation. He came to Sweden because he couldn't go to Syria. The door was closed, so he ended up in Sweden. But in the middle of the sea, he told the God, the unknown God, if you exist, if you save me from this and I touch a dry ground, I will find you and I will give you my life. He came to Sweden and he forgot about the prayer and he felt, okay, I come to Sweden. If I cannot kill myself in Syria as a jihadi, I can come here. I can learn the religion of Sweden. I can learn the language. I can convert the people of Sweden so they become more jihadis out of my life. And he came here, he ended up in Jehovah's Witness in a start, but then he met a lady in a youth store and in a second-hand store, and then she took him to the church. He started to listen and to listen. But then he came into a crossroad of his life because he became more and more religious as an Islamic person, and at the same time he go to church and attend church. So in this life of two, it's like two magnets in the same body. It's like fighting each other, and he needed to find peace and to find the solution, find the right way. David, thank you for being with us.
Thank you, brother.
Being open about your story.
Thank you, brother. Yes.
Tell us about your feeling when you had this conflict that you became more and more religious, praying extra at your room, and then you come to church and smile and read the Bible in Dari. What was going on inside?
Yeah, inside actually that word that was in. If people watch the three first episodes, it's like that word that I had in my mind and in my heart that I had to fight the greatest battle in the arena of my heart was that was intensifying, becoming more and more intense to the point that actually you almost sometimes feel like you are short of breath. You cannot even breathe now. It's so tense. And then so I became more religious in the religion of Islam because I was going to the church. Because if I didn't go to the church, it was okay the way I was. I did not need to go and get counselor from Iran, from the school of religion in Islam. So I became more religious, and then I was practicing and all of these things. And you go to the church. I went to the church, and I saw another aspect of serving God and looking at people and praying for these people has another meaning than what actually in the religion of Islam has. Prayer in the Christianity, in the life of these people, I'm seeing it has another concept and another way of performing than what I was taught and the concept that I was given. So all of these things, the conflict and intensifying and then I say it is also one thing that, and it's because in the midst of all of this conflict, you think the religion of Islam for a Muslim, for example, if he's from Afghanistan, he is not first an Afghan.
He's a Muslim first.
He's a Muslim first.
He's not a Muslim. He's not Iraqi, not Egyptian, not Afghani. He's a Muslim first.
He's a Muslim first. That is his or her identity as a Muslim. Then comes the place of birth. Like I was born there, but I'm so for me it was like that. Like, religion of Islam is my identity.
So this started to shake the core of your identity.
Yes, that was my identity. I think if I lose this...
Is it okay that we say about your real name, Abul Fadl?
Yeah, absolutely. My name was Abul Faz, as I mentioned, one of the greatest in the school of Shia, the sect that, the Shia school. He is one of the heroes.
Yeah. So you are, but we will just go. We will focus on your story now. That your identity becomes shaky more and more. Was it the Christians, the way they live, the way they love each other, the way they practice their faith, that kind of start to attack you? That maybe there is another way to God than Islam?
Not till this time that, in my now I'm just questioning. I'm just seeing this and seeing what I was taught, what I was doing. I'm just seeing these two things, these two worldview. But it's not easily didn't hit me like, can this? No, it's not possible for me to think that can this be true?
No.
Can Christianity be true? No. Your identity. You were born a Muslim. Your identity. So you don't lose your identity. Okay, you don't introduce yourself as an Afghan, you're a Muslim, and then all of these things. So I'm actually questioning all of these things and seeing this different way of life, and then all of these things, because everything you think and you see, of course, has it influence you, whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
It did influence me, and then I start to think actually, okay, what is the way and how that I pray? What is it? What do I want to achieve? Like, prayer in the religion of Islam is a command. You need to pray to God and you need to do all of these things so He would be pleased with you. If you don't do this, you're disobedient. Prayer in Christianity is not a command. Like they pray, they speak. They love to do that. Like whether you pray or not, it doesn't make any difference in their way of their God. Yeah. Like even you read our Lord Jesus, the disciples of our Lord Jesus comes and say, Lord, teach us how to pray.
Yeah.
I mean, teach us how to pray. I mean, they want to pray. It's not that they have to, they want to pray. But I have to. I mean, this have to. Like, I am forced. I am forced. I was like, oh, God, if God is true, I am forced or not, it's fine. I am okay with it. But what I do, does it actually have any fruit? And then I see actually, all of these years I was praying, I did not feel connected to this God. Yeah, He said, you do this, and this is my way of communicating to you. It's like, but I do not connect to this. I pray, I talk to a wall. I do all of this religious performance that the religion of Islam says I harm others. I see I'm harming around people who are around me, who are actually dear to me. Like I need to look at my mother, she's stupid. Like I'm harming people. Like not only connecting me to the creator of my mother, my creator, but I'm actually harming. I'm going more and more in distancing myself away from this God. Because if you remember I don't know if it was first or second episode, I said in the midst of all of this, like I was afraid of this God and His justice and everything. At the same time, I was losing sometimes myself. I was finding a love in it, like God.
How did that go further to make you meet Him?
Yeah, and then in all of these things, I examined, the prayer and my life and the performance and Christianity, because you said how the people love each other. Of course, that has a rule, but for me, like the rule of the people, not so much matter.
Yeah,
you go to the source. John the Baptist says actually, the axe has been laid down to the root. You do not deal with branches, with leaves. You go down to the root. What is the root? So for me, like, people, you act and stuff like that. Okay, no problem.
We need to go now to your meeting with Jesus. How did it happen?
Yeah, I'm coming, bro. Thank you.
Yeah.
And then I examined all of these things that I say, actually, this religion of Islam makes me, I am a dry, I am a desert.
Yeah.
I am thirsty. I am hungry. And I am tired. The first time in my life, I realized that I am tired. I am tired. I am exhausted. I have no energy to go further more. I cannot continue like this. And then I compared the two religion actually, the two religion, their textbook and their history and their demand for future and heaven and everything. I examined all of these things and then I compared it. And the comparison made it clear for me that the religion of Islam was dark, it was night, it was chaos, it was confusion. Christianity was day, it was light, it was purpose, it was meaning. Everything that actually I was looking for, it was here. And then I said, okay, can this be true? Can I be wrong? Till this time, I
for a Muslim to come to this confrontation, here is what I lived, my identity, my mother, my father, my heritage, and he say dark and confusion, and then the new religion, beautiful and hope. This must have been so confusing for you.
Yeah, absolutely. It was so confusing and scary at the same time.
And then you haven't you haven't met Jesus yet.
No, I'm alone. I'm alone. I have no hope. I was so tired and exhausted. At this time I'm 27 years old or 28 years old, something like that. Like a young man. I was running 10 kilometers every day in the forest. Every day I was running. So I was very well, but I was exhausted, emotionally, physically, psychologically. I was exhausted. And then I was still afraid. I said, no, at least he said, can I be wrong?
Yeah.
I didn't say the religion of Islam be wrong?
Can I be wrong?
Yeah. It's like, I need to examine myself. Can I be wrong? I didn't question yet the religion of Islam. Can I be wrong? It's like, and then I had to examine again myself. Like, where did I make mistake? Maybe in assessing all of these things, maybe I made a mistake. Like, take it easy. And then I came to, no, I am honest with myself. And
did you then stopped being a Muslim?
No, I still was practicing.
Okay. What happened then?
And then I came to my senses, and I said to myself, I said, David. I call myself David because I changed my name. When I believe in our Lord Jesus Christ, so I called myself with this. And I said, David, you need to examine the truth with truth. I mean, that's a term maybe people does not understand, but that's what it means for me. Like, it means like people say, follow where the evidence leads. Like, that's the term they say. But I said to myself, you need to examine the truth with truth. Meaning you yourself be truthful. Do not be biased. Do not actually, give more credit to this, less to this. Just look the way it is. Try to see the way it is with truthful eyes. Then I did that and said, I cannot be wrong. The religion is wrong. This is false. And then I said, I didn't say false, but this is wrong. Cannot be from God. And then I said,
how that make you? What was the state of mind when you come to the point that for the first time you said, this religion is wrong?
Everything crashed. Everything crashed. As a boxer, as a kickboxer, as a kung fu trainer, grandmaster, like being ambassador from Japan to Afghanistan, being a Muslim, a jihadist, being afraid of hell, going to heaven, meeting God, loving God. Everything vanished, crashed like it was nothing.
How long you stayed in this state?
This actually took some time. And then I said, okay. And then I said, can this be wrong? And I said, okay, maybe, even if, it's dark, it's chaos, it's confusion, it's cold. But even if this is from God, you gotta follow it. And then I said, okay, David, be honest with yourself. If this is truly from God, do you want to follow this God? This dark, death, confusion, chaos, it smells blood. Do you want to follow this God? I said, no, I will not follow this God. That was the answer I gave to myself. So I will not follow this God.
Do you remember that day?
Yes, absolutely. And then I said, I will not follow this God. And then I said, okay, Christianity I didn't. I leave this aside. If I do not leave this identity, everything crushed you aside.
You don't want to switch with one another.
No.
Replace.
No, I do not want replacement. Although, I'm in the meanwhile, I am growing. A love is growing in my heart with our Lord Jesus.
But you didn't leave Islam to fall in love with Christianity. You just lost hope in this identity. But now you are identityless.
Yeah, I have no identity. I am no one now. Lost everything. Yeah. And then I said, oh, you know what? Actually, I'm atheist. No God. Enough with gods. Whatever it is, this God and this religion says this and this is this. All of this is we are from God, from God. Enough with this. Enough with this nonsense and this stupidity. Just live your life. You have some years here left. I don't know how you live it. Just make sense of it. And then I actually lived my life sometimes like that. I mean, people might say, oh, this guy is from Afghanistan. He came to get paper and he became Christian. No, I struggled. I didn't want to believe in Christianity.
So you became atheist for some months.
Yes, some months I was.
Yeah. So you basically left Islam.
And I became atheist. And to be honest, in the atheist religion, the religion of atheism, I didn't study. I already lost everything. I do not want to follow a system. I mean, they say
just become nothing.
Just nothing. Believe nothing. There is nothing.
Yeah.
That is dark.
Yeah.
Don't follow. This is whatever they say. Don't follow. Just be yourself. Be a good person.
Yeah, like agnostic. There is no meaning of life.
Yeah, be a good person. And then this hit me. And I said, be a good person. Good according to what? I said, be a good person. And then I said, you give this word good to a Stalin, you get that. He interprets it like that. You be a good person, you give it to, if I name his name, Hitler, he interprets it like that. You give the good person to Muhammad, the prophet of the Islam, he interprets the woman is stupid. So be good according to what? And it started again. Yeah, I really struggled with this. I actually shared this with this woman. And she actually didn't say anything.
The woman that she met you in second hand?
At this time, still I'm going to the church because I need somewhere.
But when you were going to the church at that time, and did you tell them that you left Islam but you're atheist?
No. No one knew. Like just my.
So that's all inside.
Yeah, I denied everything. And then I said to this woman, and then I'm not a Muslim, but not Christian. Do not want to follow. I'm considering, I'm living my life as an atheist. What do you think? And she said, "Oh, try that." She didn't say, "No, come, no." She said, "Try."
Yeah.
Try and see it for yourself.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah, really wise answer. I believe if she would have pressed me, say, oh man, I would have gone into questioning, answering again. And okay, try it. I tried it. And then I said, good according to what? Good according to what? And then I couldn't find any reference. Good according to who? And then you read the Bible again. And our Lord Jesus says, no one is good but God alone. And I says, yes, good according to him. And he is good. And then I said, where can you find his goodness? And I said, Jesus says, whoever seen me has seen the Father.
Hallelujah.
Good is there. And then because already I knew who our Lord Jesus was, reading the Bible, and I had a love, and I saw him a best politician. I said, good according to him. And then I said, do I want this? Now I'm still not a believer in our Lord Jesus Christ. Do I want this? I need a little bit more time. A little bit more time. Wait a little bit. Yeah. And then again, in the atheism, when I say atheism, maybe I shouldn't say that because I didn't study the religion. I just, live your life. Yeah. And then one night I was really exhausted and tired. I said, I cannot bear this. This is unbearable. Yeah. I cannot bear this. I said, who are you? Who are you? I'm tired. I am tired. And I slept. And then in the middle of the night, I had actually a dream. In the middle of the night, I had a dream. I was in the midst of this ocean, and it was me and our Lord Jesus Christ in the boat. It was far away from us. There was a rock. Upon this rock was it was a building, 3 floors, white painted. It was far, but I could see clearly the details of this building. And then I could see the bottom of the ocean. It was the fish were swimming, like the sun was shining, and the sun as if it's reflecting back from the bottom of the ocean back again. It was so beautiful, peaceful and clear. I was in this boat, and this boat, the engine, the wire burned, didn't function. And then I said to our Lord Jesus, Jesus in the dream, Jesus said, because why I said that, because in my mentality, it was I was the big guy. I made myself up from the ground. It was I also giving people advice how to do. You don't tell me what I do. I tell you. Okay. And then I said that, even that. I said to our Lord Jesus, Jesus, leave the boat. We can swim there. I knew I'm going to that white building on the rock. And then our Lord Jesus, his face was on that direction, and he turned toward me, and then he looked at my face. I said, son, you do not need to make yourself tired. Wait in the boat. I will fix the boat. I will take you there.
Hallelujah.
And I woke up. Actually in the morning. I was different. I was different. And then I said, I was tired. Our Lord Jesus said, you do not need to make yourself tired. I will take you there.
Hallelujah.
And then I actually, I gave my life to our Lord Jesus Christ. I said,
At that moment?
Yeah.
When you wake up?
Yeah. No, not exactly at that moment, but that was the leading. I shared my dream with a friend of mine. He was from Lebanon, dream interpreter. He studied in Chalmers. He was a philosophical guy. I was also surrounded at that time with wise and educated people. I was talking to those people, sharing some of my thoughts. There was a guy who started, he studied in America. He was engineer or something. He was also there from Ukraine, like wise guys also.
So you shared your dream with them?
No, I shared my dream with this Lebanese Chalmers guy. He said, wow, water is chaos. He interpreted my dream. He's like this and confusion and stuff. I thought, okay. But in my dream, actually, the dream was not a dream. It was real. Like it was something that I wanted. Like,
how did that lead you to accept Jesus?
I felt myself like, I want this. This is it. And then I actually, slowly, I went to the church, and I considered to be a Christian. And that dream led to another one. And that dream multiplied. Like I had 2 other dreams. And then eventually, after those dreams, I gave my life to our Lord Jesus Christ. By understanding that Jesus is Son of God, the God of Islam is false, and our Lord Jesus Christ not only has been patient with me, but he has brought me here. He showed himself in my dream. And why I actually say in my dream he showed himself? But because in the religion of Islam, the dream is like, people can say, okay, what the dream leads, what dream is. But you have to examine. This is the Bible in Deuteronomy chapter 13. It says, if someone amongst you dreams the dreams and stuff, and the dream, you have to examine the dream where it leads. Okay. The dream I had, I didn't ask Jesus, okay, who are you? I said, I'm tired. The dream was this, that in the religion of Islam, this was the theology of the dream. That the religion of Islam, I wanted to go to heaven, but with my own blood, to kill other people, and my own blood and other people's blood be in my hand to go to heaven with my own effort. The dream our Lord Jesus says, wait here, I'll fix the boat, I will get you there. And our Lord Jesus was telling me that you do not need to die for me. I have come and died for you. I'll get you there. I am the way, the truth, and the life.
Do you remember that night you bowed down and you gave yourself to Jesus?
Yeah, because when our Lord Jesus said, wait, yes, I did, yes. I said yes. But it's still, because I was like all of this reasoning stuff like that, it's like 50-50. I was like, half of my heart wanted to embrace this, what I have just happened. Like, be a little bit reasonable. So I went to the church, I spoke with this lady, I said, I gave my life to our Lord Jesus Christ. No Islam, no atheism. I want to, what should I do next then now?
Yeah.
And then she said, you need to get baptized. You're a Christian now, you need to get baptized. So, and I got baptized, and my life, this is 10 years ago, my life has never been the same. I didn't regret even a minute of it.
10 years ago.
10 years ago.
When did you remember the day? Just take me back. We have 2 minutes in this episode. I'll just make sure that we follow the time. That moment, it was right after the dream. You just bow down on your knees and give yourself to Jesus.
It was. It took me about a month or a half, something, that I bowed the knee.
So after the dreams, you had some reasons and some rounds, and
some more dream. 2 more dream came to me.
And then
those dream was warning.
Yeah.
Because first our Lord Jesus said, wait in me, but 2 others was warning.
Yeah.
But was also our Lord Jesus. One dream our Lord Jesus told me, do this, you will be saved. And I did exactly what he told me. Like I laid on the water, it was this flood went over me, and then I wake up, there was nothing. That was a warning, something was. So it was 2 other more dream, and then I reasoned and I asked questions the pastors and the lady, and read myself the Bible, and then I came to full understanding who our Lord Jesus is.
And then you went to get baptized.
Yeah.
How was that experience with you?
I gave my life to our Lord Jesus Christ. I got baptized, and then when I came from the baptism, I was actually so light. They asked me, how did you feel? How did you feel after baptism? The only thing I remember is still what I said. Like, I feel so powerful. I can go into the ring, fight now. That's what I said, exactly. Like that's what I said. Like, I'm so light and powerful and energetic and fresh. I can go fight now in the ring. That's what I remember what I said to you.
And you have been fighting the last 10 years, but a different fight.
Yeah.
A different fight. Yeah.
But it has been a pleasure, actually, with our Lord Jesus Christ.
So when you look back, in the last 10 years, you see that God has been with you in all of it.
Yeah, we will. If you have time, we go more into what is life, actually, in comparison, because I made comparison. And I do reason even now. How do I reason now? Where are the questions? Where are the answers? And what is the purpose where I'm looking? So we will go into that.
Yeah. I don't know how you feel about this, and I hope that you have seen that we now took 4 episodes, and we have the next episode, the last one, in the story of David Nazareth, Abul Fadl Abbasi, that's his real name. He became David Nazareth. It's a very strange name for some, but he wants to be from Nazareth, and he wants to be David. That Jesus showed himself to him. He changed his life, transformed him, and now he's one of the most active street evangelists in Western Sweden, going out with the cross every day, and he doesn't get ashamed of Jesus, and he is reaching out to many Swedes and immigrants in Sweden. I hope you see that God can change people's lives. He can take one that wanted to be a terrorist, convert him to be an evangelist, that wanted to buy his life, buy his heaven, by his own blood, and just convert him and say, no, you don't have to spill your blood. I spilled my blood for you 2,000 years ago, and by a miraculous dream, he brought him to believe in him. In the next episode, we're going to talk about what is life now, and some reflection of the last 10 years of his life. And I will tell you in the next episode, how did I meet David, and how we really got connected in the last 5-6 years. Thank you so much for following. The whole series is on the YouTube channel. You can watch it and send it to somebody, send it to some friends, and Afghani friends and Muslims friends, so they can really relate to this story. And we see you in the next episode.